So we've already done number 35 in the book. Let's do number 36. We're going to start by describing the end behavior. So the end behavior as x approaches negative infinity, that's saying as you go to the left, this is going to go up. So as you go to the left, your f of x, your actual graph, goes up. And as x goes to the right, as you look at it to positive infinity, your f of x will go where? Will go down to negative infinity, right? As you look at it this way, where's your graph going? It's going down to negative infinity. So that's describing end behavior, okay? What else are they asking for? Is this an odd or an even degree function? What do you say? One's pointing up, one's pointing down. That's odd, right? So you would say this is for part B, odd degree function. Part C is saying how many real answers are there? How many real answers are there? One, because it only crosses one time. Let's move on to 37. I hope you guys sketch it real quick. Now make sure when you sketch it, you don't cross more than once. It crosses only once because that's going to be part of your answer, right? Let's first start with the end behavior. So let me throw a curveball at you. Instead of saying as x approaches negative infinity, what if I would say as x approaches positive infinity? What would you say now? F of x also approaches positive infinity. Cool. Like I always start with as x approaches negative infinity, but if you were to start with as x approaches positive infinity, then you got to look and say, oh, it's going up. Okay, so let's do the other one. And as x approaches, I want to say to the left, what do I say? Negative infinity. What do I say? F of x approaches what? Negative infinity as well. As you go to the left, this thing's going down forever. Okay? So that's the description of the end behavior notation. Okay? And what else? Is this an odd degree function or an even degree function? Odd degree function. What else? How many real answers are there? One real zero, one real solution, one real x-intercept. Moving on, number 38. Nice. What do you say? As x approaches, let's go with the usual negative infinity, what happens? F of x approaches what? Positive infinity. Okay, what is it saying? As you look at it to the left, as x, this is x. As you go to negative infinity, where's this going? To the left, it's going up forever. So that's why you say up forever. The y values are up forever. The f of x function is going up forever. And same thing with the other one. As x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches what? Positive infinity. Is this an odd degree function or an even degree function? Even, because it has two arrows pointing up. That's an even number. How about part C? No real zeros. No real zeros, no real solutions, no real x-intercepts, whatever you want to call it. 39. As x approaches negative infinity, what happens with my f of x? It approaches negative infinity as well. As x approaches positive infinity, what happens with f of x? Approaches negative infinity as well. Piece of cake. Part B, odd or even degree function. Odd or even degree function. How many arrows does it have pointing up? 0. How many arrows does it have pointing down? 2. So that's an even number, so that's an even degree function. It's definitely not y equals negative x squared. That would be a parabola just opening down. So it might be y equals negative x to the 4th, maybe y equals negative x to the 6th. It all depends, right? Oh yeah, one more thing. The question part C. What's part C? 2 real solutions. 1, 2. 2 real. And the last one, that's a regular parabola. But then again, it might be a negative x to the 4th. But it's definitely even. Well, let's start with the end behavior. As x approaches negative infinity, f of x approaches what? Negative infinity. And as x approaches positive infinity, that's to the right, f of x approaches negative infinity as well. Is this an odd degree function or an even degree function? Even. Because it has an even amount of arrows pointing down, 2 arrows pointing down. And how about the third part? How many real solutions do we have? 2. 2 real. We're done with the homework from the book. Let's look at the homework on the worksheet. I believe we did number 17 already, right? Number 18 is ridiculously easy. I'll let you do that. Let's do 19 together and then we'll wrap up this video. As x approaches negative infinity, what happens with f of x? Approaches negative infinity as well. And we're going to say, and as x approaches positive infinity, what happens with f of x? It approaches positive infinity as well. Now, is this going to be an odd degree function or even degree function? Odd. And part C, how many real zeros does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 real zeros. 5 real zeros. 5 real answers, 5 real x-intercepts.